The NFL season is here. The first game is tomorrow night. So let's preview all 16 NFL matchups this weekend. Now I don't know how much the NFL I'm really going to get to watch this year. So let's just get into these. Alright, the first one of the season. A Super Bowl 50 rematch between the Carolina Panthers and the Denver Broncos. I'm going to pick the Panthers in this one simply because I think this is going to be a defensive battle, but I think it's going to come down to offense in this one. I just think Cam Newton just has a lot to prove this year after coming just short of winning the Super Bowl. So he'll be fueled by fire in this one. So I'm going to pick the Panthers to win. I'm going to say about 24-23 exactly. I'm going to pick Graham Gano to get a game-winning field goal right at the gun. 24-23 Panthers win. The Buccaneers at the Atlanta Falcons. I'm going to pick the Falcons in this one, although I think the Buccaneers are going to probably give the Falcons a run for their money in this one. So I'm going to kind of pick the Falcons to win in kind of a close one. I'm going to say 28-24. Alright, the Vikings and the Titans. Now Teddy Bridgewater is out for the season, so Shaun Hill's being leaned towards the starting quarterback on Sunday. Even though they signed Sam Bradford over the weekend. But Shaun Hill's still going to be the starter. But I think the Vikings defense and Adrian Peterson will carry the offense anyway. So I'm going to pick the Vikings to win. I'm going to pick the Vikings in maybe about a 24-13 game. Although I won't be surprised if the Titans actually can pull this one off. But I just think the Titans, they lost Dorial Green-Beckham. So that kind of gives away Marcus Mariota's number one target. The Browns and the Eagles. Now the Eagles have announced that Carson Wentz will be the starter for this one. And the Browns had the 5th worst defense in the NFL last year. So I'm going to pick the Eagles to win this one. I'm going to pick the Eagles to win by about 14 points. Bengals and the Jets. Now this is probably a top 3 kind of matchup. The Jets needs things to prove, and the Bengals, they want to get off to a good start. I'm going to pick the Bengals to win in a low-scoring one. I'm going to say this is going to be a defensive battle. 17-14. Raiders and the Saints. I'm going to pick the Raiders in this one. I just think the Raiders want to get off to a great start as well as some other teams. Well, everybody wants to get off to a good start. But I think the Raiders, they have something to prove. They think they're a playoff team. The media thinks they'll be a playoff team. Even analysts, experts, they think they'll be a playoff team. So the Raiders really want to prove that they can be a playoff contender. And they will start off with a big win in Week 1. Chargers and the Chiefs. Now, Spencer Ware may end up being the starting running back, as Andy Reid was saying that Jamal Charles may not be ready to go for this matchup. So Spencer Ware will probably be the running back for the Chiefs. I still see the Chiefs winning this one anyway, because I think the Chiefs' defense will force some turnovers. So I'm going to pick the Chiefs to win this one. Bills at the Ravens. I'm going to pick the Bills. I just think that the Ravens, I think they're going to be probably one of the worst, if not the worst team in the NFL this year. So I'm going to pick the Bills to win this one. The Ravens just have not been able to get anything going since that Super Bowl victory. And this could be John Harbaugh's last year in Baltimore. Bears at Texans. This is also going to be a pretty great matchup to watch. The Bears did lose Matt Forte. They did lose Martellus Bennett. But I think Alshon Jeffrey is going to be the go-to guy all year, kind of like what he has been the last couple of years. But I still think the Texans are going to win this one. There's just so much offensive talent on the Texans this year. I just think the Texans will have a great year, and I think they will start off the season with a big win against Chicago. Packers and the Jaguars. Now, the Jaguars, I think they're going to put up a huge fight maybe in the first quarter, maybe the second quarter. But I think the second half is just going to be all Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers is going to be slinging it to Jordy Nelson, slinging it to Randall Cobb, just slinging it to Eddie Lacy in the screen passes, slinging it to James Starks. I just think it's going to be all Packers the second half. I'm going to probably say about 38-14. Dolphins and the Seahawks. I'm going to pick the Seahawks to win this one. It's just in front of the 12th man. mean, Russell Wilson to Carter Lockett to, you know, Jimmy Graham, actually. I think Jimmy Graham's going to have he's going to play a huge role in this game. So I like the Seahawks to probably win in a dominating fashion. I'm going to say 31-20. I think the Dolphins are going to get some points on the board. I just think Arian Foster is he's kind of going to go in between. He's either going to be good against the Seattle defense or they're going to completely stuff him completely. But I think Arian Foster will still get a solid maybe 80 yards rushing in this one. Maybe a touchdown. Or maybe even a receiving touchdown as well. But I still think the Seahawks are going to win this game. Giants and the Cowboys. Now this is the one I'm really looking forward to looking at. Because I don't really know how much NFL I'm going to be able to watch this year. I think the Cowboys are going to definitely win this one. I just think that Dak Prescott is going to expose the Giants secondary. I envision him going after Eli Apple right away in this one. So I envision him to look for Dez Bryant, look for Jason Witten, look for Terrence Williams, look for those three big guys. Those are going to be the three that will completely make or break the Cowboys season. So I'm going to pick the Cowboys to win. I'm going to say 28. I'm going to say like 28-24 or like maybe 27-24. I could see this one going into overtime though. I could see Dez Bryant and Odell Beckham just completely battling out in the wide receiver position. This is going to be a matchup to see this Sunday. Lions of the Colts. I'm picking the Colts to win this one. I just think the Lions are going to struggle this year as well. I just know that Andrew Luck coming back and healthy is going to completely want to get started right away after that new contract extension in the offseason. I like the Colts to win this one big. Now, a Tom Brady Patriots team versus the Arizona Cardinals. I have to pick the Cardinals in this one because there's no Tom Brady in the Patriots. And plus, it's in Arizona. Jimmy Garoppolo in prime time. His first NFL start of his career. I think it's going to be a really bad one for Jimmy Garoppolo. I'm going to pick the Cardinals to win 24-13. Although I do see him looking for Rob Gronkowski, the key for Jimmy Garoppolo in this one is to try to find Rob Gronkowski, Amendola, and Julian Edelman when you can. Though I think the Cardinals secondary is going to make it really hard on him. I envision Patrick Peterson and the Honey Badger. I like him to get an interception apiece in that one. I think they're going to pick Jimmy Garoppolo apart. Steelers and the Redskins. Now this is the first of the two Monday night games this week. Because the NFL does a special, ESPN actually does a special Monday Night Football, a doubleheader. First one, Steelers the Redskins. I like this to be a hard-fought game, but I like the Steelers to win this one in the end, in the trenches. I'm going to say 24-21. Although there's a lot of exciting talent in this one. Antonio Brown, Deshaun Jackson, wide receivers going at it. In fact, a lot of wide receiver matchups. Just great to watch. The last one of the week, the Rams, the 49ers, the LA Rams, and the San Francisco 49ers. Now, this could be an actually newfound in-state rivalry. I'm going to pick the Rams to beat the 49ers in this one because the 49ers just so much off the field problems with the whole Colin Kaepernick and basically taking a knee during the national anthem and everything, and just so much is going on in San Francisco. It's just hard to keep track of. I like Todd Gurley to just single-handedly win this game for the Rams. Because Jared Goff is rumored to not even be the backup quarterback right now. He's basically demoted to third string. And they've already made Case Keenum the starter. Like, they basically did that back in the offseason. They said no matter who they draft in the draft, it's going to be Case Keenum starting at quarterback. I like him to actually start Case Keenum, even though Sean Mannion has kind of proved himself in the preseason a little bit. But I think your best chance to win games this year is to start Case Keenum. To maybe give Jared Goff some opportunities like in mop-up duty or anything, like, or they can try a two-quarterback system, even though two-quarterback systems don't really work in the NFL. We've seen how they don't work in college. They definitely won't work in the NFL. So I'm going to say the Rams running game with Todd Gurley. I think that's going to really single-handedly win for the Rams. I like Todd Gurley to have 3 touchdowns in that one. Book it, the Rams are going to win 28-10. So there are my NFL predictions. Now let's review my picks. I like the Panthers, Falcons, Vikings, Eagles, Bangles, Raiders, Chiefs, Bills, Texans, Packers, Seahawks, Cowboys, Colts, Cardinals, Steelers, and the LA Rams. So just in case you're keeping score at home, those are my picks for this week. I hope I can go 16-0 on these ones, even though I probably won't. I see myself losing at least 3 or 4 of these ones. But comment below your picks for this week. Also, kind of comment your Super Bowl champion prediction. I said in preseason, I like the Packers win the Super Bowl. I think they have the easiest schedule in the NFL. Just comment below who your Super Bowl pick for this year is, and also who's a team that's under the radar that we're underestimating. Well, that's gonna do it. Like, subscribe to the channel. Share this with your NFL friends that are fans of the NFL. Just share this in general, all over your Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, whatever, your Snapchat stories, whatever. Because Instagram and Snapchat, you can just send the links in your DMs or anything. Whatever social media works these days, even though I'm very active on social media. Follow my sports account at JB Talk Sports. I think that's all I have for you. Have a good day, everybody. Enjoy the first weekend in the NFL. I'll try to watch as much of the NFL that I can. So I will see you next time. Have a good day, everybody.